guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the design I did for Pastor Leke's 43rd birthday. And with this design, I won a cash prize. I got a lot of requests on how I did this design, and yeah, I'm going to be looking at that in this video. So yeah, let's hop into photos. Yeah, so welcome to my humble abode. We're breaking this design down, and there are two things that influence this design style or the choice of elements. So the first thing is PLE as the bridge, Pastor Leke Adeboye as the bridge. A bridge is seen as a link between people, places, and also ideas. Apart from that, bridge or bridges also suggest forward movement, suggest growth, suggest progress, and also visionary leadership. And those are the things that Pastor Leke Adeboye stands for. Another thing I included in this design was cities, and cities represent, especially modern cities, they represent innovation and also global impact. And I mean, I will explain other things as we go on. So let's just get into the breakdown. Yeah, so let's go. So the first thing was this beautiful minimal landscape of a bridge, and I got this from Free Pick. So after getting this, the next thing I got was I needed a foreground image that I could use, and I got this. Um, Let me show us what it looks like. I got this picture of, it says a panorama cloud field brown soil ground, but I was looking for can't remember the keyword I used, but I was looking for something like this that had clouds and had like grass beneath, and because I needed those two textures in what I was creating. So the other images I found too that had that foreground image of something that of we have something that is closer in the front and something that looks far off. So this was another image that I got. I wanted to use this, but it didn't really work for what I was doing. So I just decided to brush some parts off and leave some parts down. Leaving it like this top part looks destructive. So I brushed up the top parts, left it down here. It was adding a little bit of reds into the design. So I just left it. Then I brought in the cities and I explained why I use cities. So I brought that here. And the next thing was I applied this threshold effects. The threshold level of 128 and a blend mode of soft lights. You might ask me, why did I do this? The background of the bridge used there is it's more or less like an illustration, and I didn't want these cities to look so real in order for both of them to blend in together. So I just decided to, and it just looks more of a cartoonish effect, so I just did that. Then the next thing was PLE, brought in this text, and I just changed the blend mode to difference. Normal color was white, I just changed the blend mode to difference. Then the next thing was this 43. I think I applied it later on. Then the next thing was this picture of Pastor Leke. And if you notice this place here, so it's meant to be, I wanted to give it this nighttime effect. The picture of the bridge had this nighttime effect where the sun is shining and glowing. So I decided to keep that consistent across the design. So I brought in these lights. I added lights to the side of Pastor Leke. So I did that simply by creating a solid fill layer, a solid color layer. Um, then after creating that, I sampled the pink here, then changing the blend mode to linear dodge add, and then using the blending options to make it softer and look more natural. Then I noticed that the image I cropped, I had a lot of yellows here that could have been corrected using camera raw filter. I tried that, but it wasn't giving me what I wanted. So I just decided to brush instead and create a blue glow on his head here. Then the next thing was this image. I used generative fill too, because the normal image or the initial image, Pastor Leke's wife was beside him. I don't know if it's here. Okay, so let's look at it together. Yeah, so Pastor Leke's wife was beside him, so um I had to use content aware, Adobe generative filter, add some pattern. Yeah, just make it Pastor Leke. So I got that, brought that here. Then I use levels. Like I said, I'm still trying to give it this nighttime feel to preserve the glows and keeping it consistent. Then added more glue there, added more glue, and this texture really, I really like the effect of this texture. I mean, we didn't have a lot of yellows before. This was looking dull and cool and not so warm. But bringing in this texture changed a lot of things. I reduced the opacity to 65, the fill to 46, and what blend did I even use? Let me just do Control Z. So yeah, I use color dodge, and it's giving me this warm feel, and it's consistent across all the elements that I have. Then I also brought in this texture as well. So that texture gave me this 43 effect, And I mean, I really like the effect of the textures. So still keeping everything dark, this space still shining, then the happy birthday text. You can steal this font. It's called Sloop. I really love this font. So happy birthday, then okay. So this was all. Then the next thing was this effect here. So this effect was done in the filter gallery. And how did I do that? So it was simply merging visible of all layers, Control Shift Alt E or Command Shift Alt E on Windows, filter gallery, and the things I turned on were I turned on glass, this stained glass that I used. Nah, not this stained glass. I didn't save I didn't save the effect that I used. Yeah, so it was glass. I used glass. I added film grain as well, and you can play with this. I used tiny lens. So that was what gave me this effect. So after doing this, if you noticed, I just maxed out the part that I wanted in a rectangle, which was that part. And yeah, put Pastor Leke's name on it, coordinator PSF worldwide. With love, I put that initially. I removed that. Then I added some flower petals, which actually brought life to the designs. More of like beautiful 43 celebrations and all of that. Then basically that was all. Brought in the logo, added some blues, then color lookup. This was Fuji Rela 500 decoder. Made it more warm. And yeah, the same effect I did before. Um I just matched visible of all layers and just applied it to, if you notice, I just applied it to some parts, just the edges, to give that imprint filter. So I added the logos and sharpened it. And yeah, that was how I arrived at this design. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I still remain Tiskid, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.